there my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to discuss with you about what I could call a classic book in our industry, The Making of a Manager. I feel like if you want to start on the management track, this is the book that everyone will recommend reading. In this book, Julie shares her personal experiences and learnings about her transition from an individual contributor to becoming a manager. One aspect that I appreciate and I believe makes this reading very relatable is the fact that Julie is a designer as well, so the situations and challenges that she describes are some that you will most likely encounter in your professional life as well, either as a manager or with your manager. One quote from the book that resonated with me and will most likely resonate with you, my fellow designers, says, "Good design at its core is about understanding people and their needs in order to create the best possible tool for them." I'm drawn to design for a lot of the same reasons that I'm drawn to management. It feels like a deeply human endeavor to empower others. I feel like this quote describes so well my motivation and my thinking. I love it. One important thing to note here is that the book was written when Julie was developing in this role, not after years of experience, so these events are fresh in her memory. She wrote this book to be a resource in our library, the kind of resource that you go to for inspiration or that you reread when you see your role in a new light. What I personally really liked about this book is the tone in which it is written, which is friendly, and it feels like you are listening to a friend who describes her journey with highs, but also with lows, with wins, and with lessons learned. She presents a lot of real-life examples from her professional life that are easy to follow and digest, but cover some of the situations you might be struggling with in the future. Before we begin getting more in-depth with this book, I would like to say that I would recommend you to read this book early in your career to understand better your relationship with your manager or how it should be. In my case, while reading or rereading this book, I always replay some events from my own experience and I reflect on what happened with this kind of new perspective that I got from the book. I believe that this is a great exercise that will help you tackle even better your future work-related events. Managers are made, not born. The main idea of this book is that great managers are made, not born, a notion I can agree with to a certain extent. I truly believe, as with anything in life, the required skills can be learned, but it is crucial to begin with certain inherent characteristics. In my personal opinion, one must be a people person, approachable, genuinely caring about others, and possessing a high level of empathy. While techniques and processes can be learned, one's character and soft skills are very challenging to cultivate. Now, in her book, Julie introduces 3 questions to help you evaluate your potential as a great manager. 1. Are you more motivated to achieve a particular outcome or to play a specific role? Now, you have to keep in mind that you will be judged based on your team outcomes. So your responsibility is to ensure their success. Number 2, do you enjoy talking to people? Listening and communicating effectively are significant aspects of your role. And 3, can you provide stability in emotionally challenging situations? Are you capable of having difficult conversations? How do you remain steady and provide support? Now, management revolves around people, each with their unique personalities, backgrounds, experiences, motivations, fears, and many more. What is management? The one-liner definition of a manager's job, as presented in the book, is that your job as a manager is to get better outcomes from a group of people working together. To achieve this, the author highlights 3 key areas that should concern and occupy a manager's time. Number 1, purpose. This focuses on the why, or the outcome your team aims to achieve. The primary responsibility of a manager is to ensure that the team understands what success looks like and is invested in achieving it. Julie says that the first big part of your job as a manager is to ensure that your team knows what success looks like and cares about achieving it. Number 2, people. This revolves around the who. Are team members set up for success? Do they possess the right skills and motivation? Effective management involves developing trusting relationships, understanding strengths and weaknesses, making informed decisions about tasks, including hiring and firing when necessary, and coaching individuals to perform at their best. And number 3, process. This describes how your team works together. Process, as clarified by the author, isn't solely about paperwork and frameworks. It's about enabling teams to make decisions and collaborate effectively. What Julie says is the following. In a team setting, it's impossible for a group of people to coordinate what needs to get done without spending time on it. The larger the team, the more time is needed. Now, starting with the idea that the crux of management is the belief that a team of people can achieve more than a single person doing it alone, it's essential to emphasize that a manager's role isn't to perform the work individually, even if they excel at it. The goal is to enhance the purpose, people, and process of your team to achieve the highest possible multiplier effect on your collective outcome. A noteworthy paragraph from the book states, traditionally, most advice you hear about management assumes a longer time frame where if you spend a little today, you'll reap beautiful rewards in time. But that's only true if your organization isn't on fire. If it is, then all bets are off. At that point, you need to do whatever you can to extinguish the flames. Now, from my personal experience, I would like to stress the importance of transparent communication with your team. Even during challenging periods, it is crucial to explain your focus on certain aspects rather than others. While your team might initially feel frustrated or perceive a lack of vision, it could be a survival period where you need to communicate priorities that make an immediate impact. What motivates people to do great work? Andy Grove flips the question around in his book, High Output Management, and asks, What gets in the way of good work? The first challenge is that individuals may lack the knowledge of how to produce high-quality work. This often stems from a deficiency in the required skills. Possible solutions include assisting your team members in building these necessary skills, or consider hiring someone else with the required expertise. The second challenge is when individuals know how to perform great work, but they lack the motivation to do so. This can be due to various reasons. Unclear understanding of what constitutes as good or exceptional work. The role does not align with their aspiration. Even if they possess the skills, they may prefer a different path forward. And we have the perception that there are no rewards for improvement and or no penalties for stagnation. Now, how can you pinpoint which issue is at play? The answer here lies in open and honest conversations. You have to begin by ensuring that expectations align. You and your team members share the same definition of good work. Then, discern whether the challenge lies in motivation or skills. However, this can only be achieved through candid conversations. Conversations made possible if you've established your relationship on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. It should be a relationship where your team members feel comfortable presenting problems early on, are confident that you care about their success, and are ready to provide support. Now we have a wise quote that says, "You must trust people or life becomes impossible." Now, as a manager, the responsibility to build a trusting relationship rests on your shoulders. I don't know about you, but most probably, like me, early in your career, you really hesitated to bring up issues with your manager. As Julie notes in her book, it's human nature to want your manager to think well of you. Coming across as a complainer, a failure, or a problem employee seems like one of those obvious don'ts. Yet, as a manager, it is crucial to uncover problems in their early stages when they're easily solvable. You can prevent surprisings by nurturing a relationship founded on trust, where your team feels free to be completely honest because you've demonstrated your genuine concern for their well-being. Managing is caring. I'd like to share a quote from the book with you. If you don't truly respect or care about your report, there is no faking it. None of us are such brilliant actors that we can control the thousands of tiny signals we are subconsciously sending through our body language. If you don't believe in your heart of hearts that someone can succeed, it will be impossible for you to convey your strong belief in them. So true, right? Another paragraph I appreciate is this. Another nuance of respect is that it must be unconditional because it's about the person as a whole rather than what she does for you. If your report feels that your support and respect are based on performance, it will be hard for them to be honest with you when things are tough. On the other hand, if you feel that you care about them no matter what, and nothing can change that, not even failure, then you will get honesty in return. We are more than the output of our work on a particular thing at a particular moment in time, and true respect reflects that. Now, I am pretty sure that you know this already, but trust is hard to gain and easy to lose, because building it takes time, consistent positive interactions, and transparency. Once established, trust comes with expectations, and any perceived breach or disappointment can quickly erode it. Human nature also plays a role, as people are naturally cautious, slow to trust, and quickly to withdraw trust if they feel it has been violated. Now, one thing that wasn't mentioned in this book, but I observed it in my experience as an individual contributor, is that it doesn't only matter how you behave directly to your report, but also how you interact with the rest of the team members. The behavior you show towards your report's colleagues is what they will expect from you as well. If you treat them badly, if you kick them when they're down, or if you create a negative atmosphere, it not only affects your relationship with your direct report, but sets a tone for the entire team dynamic. Your actions reverberate through the team, impacting morale, collaboration, and the overall work environment. The art of feedback. Feedback is a vital catalyst for personal growth, benefiting both you and your team. Mastering the art of effective feedback comes with constant practice. As the quote suggests, the mark of a great coach is that others improve under your guidance. We, humans, are wired to see the bad more clearly than the good. In my experience, this inclination is more obvious in certain cultures than in others. Especially in an international environment, it is crucial to understand not only what is expected from you, but also how to tailor your feedback delivery. Recognition for hard work, valuable skills, helpful advice, or good values can be profoundly motivating when it is specific and constructive. A few key considerations from my personal experience when it comes to this. Feedback should pinpoint areas where hard work has been invested. Superficial praise for random achievements or things that you did diminishes the impact of meaningful recognition. Praise holds weight up to a point. Beyond that, it requires additional forms of compensation and recognition to sustain its impact. Now, there is one quality that sets truly great managers apart from the rest. They discover what is unique about each person and then capitalize on it. Additional insights from my personal experience. Understanding your team members is pivotal to recognizing their strengths and gauging their willingness to develop them. Respecting individual aspiration. And then seizing opportunities for growth and development as they arise, it is essential. How can you grow and improve in your role? If there's a secret sauce to self-improvement, it's consistently seeking feedback from others. The primary challenge? Overcoming yourself. Can you consistently remember to ask for feedback? Can you maintain the humility and self-awareness needed to openly receive it and make genuine changes? it is very important to set aside time for reflections and goal setting. A study from Harvard Business School indicates that we learn more when we couple our experience with periodic reflections. Although people prefer learning by doing, participants who chose to reflect outperformed those who chose additional experience. Reflection is a crucial practice for analyzing your thoughts and actions, solidifying your learnings. Identify a method that resonates with your style, whether it's setting aside time weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly in your calendar. Use these moments to contemplate your accomplishments, recognize positive and negative aspects, and plan your next steps. Establish personal goals and conduct more comprehensive reviews every quarter, every 6 months, or yearly to gain a broader perspective for tackling ambitious projects and acquiring new skills. As part of my personal ongoing growth journey, I regularly engage in reflections, particularly on events with negative implications. These moments prompt me to consider alternative approaches I could have taken, responses I could have given, or reactions I might have had, and the potential effects on the outcomes. At times, I broaden my perspective by discussing these reflections with others, seeking diverse viewpoints and potential solutions. I particularly resonate with this quote: the more your experience, good or bad, gets shaped into lessons and stories that help you and others, the faster your growth trajectory. The key here is shaping your experience into lessons, learning from each event and applying that knowledge to future situations. What makes a good meeting great? As a manager, meetings become a significant part of your responsibilities. Ensuring their success involves simplicity and clarity, leaving participants with a sense that time was well spent, new and exciting insights were gained, clear next steps have been outlined, a welcoming atmosphere prevailed, active engagement was fostered. The definition of success varies across different types of meetings. Now let's take them one by one and see what are they about and how success looks like for each. Decision meetings. Success here entails reaching a decision while ensuring all participants trust the process. While opinions on the best path may differ, working together involves placing trust in decision makers and a fair process. A great decision-making meeting achieves the following: reaches a decision, involves those most affected by the decision and the designated decision maker, presents all viable options objectively, providing relevant background information and including the team's recommendation, allocates equal airtime to each option, ensures participants feel heard. Now, a successful informational meeting accomplishes the following: leaves the group feeling enriched with valuable insights, conveys key messages clearly and memorably, sustains audience engagement, evokes intended emotions such as inspiration, trust, or pride. Feedback meetings Focus on optimizing outcomes rather than judgment. A great feedback meeting includes aligning everyone on the project's success criteria, presenting the current work status, framing open questions, key decisions, or known concerns to elicit the most helpful feedback, defining next steps. Now, as a designer, you have the privilege of actively participating in or leading numerous idea-generating meetings aimed at solving intricate problems. In my personal view, these sessions stand out as the most rewarding because they foster teamwork and mutual challenge. Drawing from personal experience with such meetings, I strongly resonate with this insight. The best idea generation unfolds when we appreciate the need for both solidarity, contemplation, as our minds thrive in isolation, and collaborative engagement, where diverse perspectives ignite superior ideas. When preparing your upcoming workshops or idea generation meetings, remember to allocate dedicated alone time for each participant to independently tackle the problem discussed. Preparation and effective facilitation are essential. A successful generative meeting generates a multitude of diverse and unforeseen solutions, ensuring each participant has alone time for ideation, values all contributions, giving consideration to all ideas rather than just the loudest voice, fosters an environment where ideas can evolve and intertwine through meaningful discussions, concludes with well-defined next steps, providing a clear pathway for translating ideas into actionable plans. Building your team. Building an effective team, especially a high-performance one, requires dedication and time. For a team to function at its best, members must collaborate seamlessly. It's crucial to foster empathy, build trust, and promote a culture of collaboration. Taking care of your current team is crucial, and it's equally important to be meticulous about who joins this journey. When I was hiring for a startup that I was part of, for my design team, my mindset mirrored the sentiment expressed in the following quote. The most important thing to remember about hiring is this. Hiring is not a problem to be solved, but an opportunity to build the future of your organization. This is especially important for very new and small teams, in my opinion. The individuals you bring on board will significantly impact the success or failure of the company or product you are working on, making it essential to make the right hires. From my hiring experience, I search not only for great talent and skill, but also specific values. In my case, I looked for individuals who were hardworking, humble, eager to learn and develop, and pleasant to work with. Consider the qualities you value in a candidate before you start the hiring process. One really important thing when it comes to you: strive to deliver an amazing interview experience. This communicates to prospective hires that you care about the people who may shape the future of the organization and helps secure the best talent. Remember, the candidate is evaluating you as well. As a closing note for this chapter, I leave you with this quote. As a manager, One of the smartest way to multiply your team's impact is to hire the best people and empower them to do more and more until you stretch the limits of their capabilities. Now, as a conclusion, I encourage you to explore the pages of The Making of a Manager. While this video offers a sneak peek into the valuable content, the true wisdom lies within the book. It's an enlightening and enjoyable read that goes beyond the summarized ideas that I presented here. Your future self will thank you for embracing this recommendation. Thank you very much for watching my video and happy reading and discovery. See you next time. Bye!